It's a big purchase, it's a big deal. Trevor Shaw knows exactly how you feel for refinance or a new home. Trevor Shaw will help you get your loan. Trevor Shaw will help you get your loan.
Hello, I'm Trevor Shaw. I'm not just a bluegrass aficionado. I'm a bluegrass aficionado that's a mortgage loan officer at Chat Mortgage in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'd be honored for the opportunity to help you get your residential mortgage loan or refinance anywhere in Tennessee, Georgia, or Colorado. From veterans using their hard-earned benefits to first-time home buyers needing down payment assistance to retirees finally getting the home they've always dreamed of. Call or text me today at 864-50-T-SHAW. That's 864-50-T-SHAW.
It's a big purchase, it's a big deal. Trevor Shaw knows exactly how you feel for refinance or a new home. Trevor Shaw will help you get your loan. Trevor Shaw will help you get your loan.
Chat Mortgage is powered by Almeida Mortgage Corporation, NMLS number 271603. Chat Mortgage is located at 6650 East Brainerd Road, Suite 208 in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Phone number 423-591-9801. Trevor Shaw, NMLS number 929381. Welcome back to T. Shaw's Progressive Bluegrass. Wow, Season 3. What a whirlwind it's been. I have had so much going on that I've had a lot going on. For those of you that have been following throughout Season 3, I'm a diehard Chicago Cubs fan, and they are in an elimination game this evening, Game 5 of the Division Series against the Milwaukee Brewers. So I realized I better get this episode recorded today for tomorrow. I'm probably either going to be hungover and really happy or hungover and really sad. Either way, not the best environment to be recording a podcast. Congratulations to Dave Bruza, huge Cubs fan, for Green Sky Bluegrass guitarist. Rest in peace, Jeff Austin. I'm sure you're watching down from above. Diehard Cubs fans. It's a big deal. So, got a ton that happened this year. It's been a lot of fun to share it with everybody. As all of you know by now, if you've been listening, we had the International Bluegrass Music Association Trade Show Award Ceremony and Festival take place, the World Bluegrass Festival take place in Chattanooga this year, and I absolutely had my face in it. It was awesome, to say the least. I can't believe it was my first time attending IBMA. It certainly will not be my last. It was amazing. There's so many things I'm going to do differently next year. It was quite the marathon. IBMA. 24 hours a day for an entire week. And the best parts happened after 2 in the morning. But really, it was wonderful to see so many bands that I often would not be able to see, including international bands they often heard from the United Kingdom. It was great to see them. In addition, for the first time in years, saw Jesse Cobb and his newest band, The Unfaithful Servants. Got a brand new album coming out. By the time you hear this, the album should be released. Definitely make sure to check that out. Those of you that listened to the last 2 episodes, you heard my interview with Jesse Cobb. What an outstanding story that guy has. Just really, I don't think I had too many surprises about his departure from the String Dusters, but what an awesome, pivotal member of the Dusters when he was involved. And really, how exciting is it to see now, with him back and the Unfaithful Servants moving full steam ahead, what the future has in store. Just what an amazing story. Go back and listen to those episodes if you haven't heard Jesse Cobb, what he's been up to, where he's headed, but really where he came from. Absolutely remarkable. So the IBMA, just got to see so many people that I knew, got so many people for the first time. IBMA, wow, what I didn't get really a chance to do. I never made it to the trade show. I never made it to the main trade hall. So I'm excited to see what that's about. Next year I'm going to spend more time there. I only made it to a handful of workshops. One specifically on how to maximize social media, and was kind of tipped off by Thomas Castle, who's been on earlier both this season and previous seasons. But it was beneficial. Beneficial in the fact that I've been doing everything wrong. Literally everything. I don't think I could do it any worse than I've been doing. So hopefully you'll start to see me pop up in social media and your feeds. I definitely enjoyed the late night picking. The picking was far and away the highlight, and the networking associated with that. Ken White and his team did an outstanding job for a first-year festival. It was hot. Didn't really bother you at night, but the festival itself was in the 90s for Friday and Saturday at the festival. And it's being moved back a month next year. It's going to be end of October, so the weather's likely to be a lot more cooperative temperature-wise, which will just make it easier for the marathon sessions that IBMA led to. It was hot, especially after being up all night. But hey, beats rain, right? So we'll take it. But yeah, next year it's going to be in the middle of the World Series or championship, National League Championship. So if the Cubs are in it, don't know what I'm going to do. And it also made a big shift in T. Shaw's Progressive Bluegrass. I went from having one listener in the United Kingdom to now it being my second highest listenership is now in the United Kingdom. And that's all happened within the last several weeks. So thank you over the pond. Germany comes in at a close third now. I truly have gone international. I think I've got over 15 countries now that I have listeners in. So thank you to everybody, not just here in the United States, but all over the world. Really appreciate the support. So what will I do next year? I'm going to try and actually get a little more sleep so I can make it to some of the workshops, make it to the trade show. A little bit more of the business aspect of IBMA. Definitely a lot that I haven't had an opportunity to capitalize on this year. Billy Strings, the keynote speaker. I had pretty low expectations. I know he has never had college education and barely made it through high school. I had low expectations, and he really, really impressed me. Clearly, he put a lot of thought and effort into it, and the interview that took place afterwards, it's on YouTube. It's out there. Check it out. He is such a special individual, taking bluegrass well into the mainstream, and it's certainly more popular now than it ever has been in my life. It's the Billy effect. I've talked about that before. He is ushering in a new generation of bluegrass of all age groups, from 5 years old to 85 years old. Everybody in between has gotten sucked into the Billy Strings vortex. I actually, as blown away as I was about his keynote speech, he also did a performance with Brian Sutton and Billy Strings the Tuesday night, the 16th, and then had a Billy Strings band concert on the 17th. And it was awesome. It was great to see him in a small venue, but also he's outgrown those small venues. I have seen Billy a lot, including in small venues. And I don't know that, I doubt he's going to play or perform next year. But I felt like I was leaving the party to go to Billy Strings, and it wasn't the greatest environment to see Billy. He plays in stadiums now, and at least in a stadium, you have your own space, you have your own seat. So, or if we were to come back, maybe they could have him at McKenzie Arena, a little bit larger venue, or even Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Auditorium, I think would be a better fit for Billy Strings. But hey, whatever. Beggars can't be choosers. Oh, bummer, I had to go to Billy Strings. It was great, but I don't want to leave the party next year. So the award ceremony had a lot of the usual suspects take on awards. It was great to see Hot Rise for a couple of songs. What a unique experience. Excuse to get dressed up. What does Andy Hall need to do to win Dobro Player of the Year? Just one time. Seriously. The one thing that I will mention, because the Ramble venues either took place at the Trade Show Convention Center or mostly off Main and Market Street. And it was about a 15-minute walk between those two. So if you were doing the Ramble, it seemed like you had to pick or choose either do all the Ramble stages at the Convention Center or do all the Ramble stages at the venues along Market and Main Street. Just didn't work well. You pretty much missed an entire act if you had to walk from one to the other because, oftentimes the acts were playing 25-minute sets, and it's a 15-minute walk between the two, and when it was hot. So one thing that I learned at the very end, Chattanooga has a free electric shuttle, and there's a stop right outside the convention center, and it takes you right to the Chattanooga Choo Choo, which is basically the headquarters of where the IBMA Ramble was taking place. What's really good about it is it ran until 11 o'clock at night. I thought it was done by 10. So definitely take advantage of that. Now, IBMA also had probably 6 shuttle golf carts, 6-person golf carts, but they never seemed to have enough seats if we were in a group and didn't really know where they stopped or picked people up. So maybe they'll have a few more next year, I would hope. That it just didn't seem like a practical way to get around. We ended up walking almost every time, or at the very end, took the Chattanooga free electric shuttle. Got to see Jason Carter and Michael Cleveland for the first time. What a great combination that is. Really impressed me. I hope they continue to do a thing together. It's not just this one album, and then they go back amongst their own individual careers, because they really are a force to be reckoned with. If you get the opportunity to see them, you pretty much have to. Randy Steele was a lot of fun, too. They played, 5 performances throughout IBMA, I believe. Maybe more. And Randy sat in with Mountain Grass Unit at the closing ceremonies, the closing show and party. Just crushed the sunny side of the mountain. He really hit those notes. Check that out. I'm sure it's on YouTube. I'm sure it's out there. Mountain Grass Unit is something else, too. Luke Black on guitar. Holy cow. I've seen him before, but wow. It'd be impossible to say who's the best, who's the greatest, but he could certainly be in that conversation with anybody living and playing and performing now on guitar. What a monster talent that guy is. But make sure to come to Chattanooga and IBMA next year. Just a bluegrass dream. As a fan, as a professional, all you can consume for days. Also, Three Sisters Bluegrass Fest. It's a free bluegrass festival that takes place in Chattanooga. Just happened last weekend. It's 2 days. It's free. It's also downtown Chattanooga. Slightly different location than the IBMA. It's on the riverfront. It keeps growing and growing and growing, and it's free. It was the second time I actually saw Fireside Collective since they've taken on percussion and electric bass, and Alex on banjo left the band. Totally new sound. Same songs, totally new sound. They're not really bluegrass anymore. That being said, either String Cheese Incident. I think this band probably, from a business standpoint, really stepped up their game by changing their sound. I think it's going to have a pretty broad appeal. There's a good chance it's going to be growing exponentially in their fan base because of it, but it's not really my jam anymore. It's not really bluegrass anymore. I will say, though, this is the second time I've seen them in this format, and the first time was a very tiny room, Great little venue, but a very tiny room, and the percussion and electric bass was just too much. It was chest thumping. Where Three Sisters, they were outdoors, and it was a much more pleasant experience. That is a better way to see Fireside Collective at this point, but not for me anymore. Doesn't mean they're not better off. A lot of highlights in season 3. Make sure to go back, check out my Randy Steele episode. It was terrific. Adam Gruel, just an outstanding interview. Probably my most entertaining interview that I've done so far. Of course, the Jesse Cobbs episodes. Wow, what a story does that guy have. So much fun, and obviously the IBMA and everything associated with the IBMA. Semi-time sensitive. You won't experience quite the impact listening to those episodes now, but there's still, many of them are worth checking out. Season 4 is going to be that much better because I know of these things now. Who do you want me to have on for season 4? Send me your requests. progressivebluegrass@gmail.com. Be happy to have them. Let's make season 4 that much better. What do you guys want to hear? What do you want to know about? What can T. Shaw's Progressive Bluegrass provide for you next season and beyond? If you like what you've been hearing, leave a review. I don't have any reviews yet. It's making me sad. I don't want to be sad. Please leave a review. Ideally, a good one. I suppose you could leave a bad review. Although, I'd rather have a good review. But I want it to be real. Good, bad, ugly, indifferent. Let's do it. I'm behind on my yard work. I'm behind on housework. I've got so many things that need to get done that just haven't been able to be done. But I'm rambling. Nobody cares about that. And also lost my father this year. I'm really looking forward to getting a little bit through this season and spending some time. I inherited his 1974 Martin D35 guitar. So now I have to learn to play it. I have no excuses. It's a really nice guitar, and he was the original owner. Bought it new in 74. And he had a factory neck reset completed, the pickguard replaced. The 70s Martins have a tendency to have peeling pickguards. I had it done on a warranty about 10 years ago, so it's a real nice setup. It was fun seeing some of my favorite musicians play it. I had it with me at IBMA. It was great to hear somebody of talent actually play that guitar and make it sing. So I'm going to learn to play that. Randy Steele hosts a bluegrass jam at Barrel Hall's Ballroom every Tuesday night. It was originally just for the summer, but it was so popular that they've extended it at least through the end of the year. Beginner jam, get to come play. Usually goes through about 8 songs. First 45 minutes to an hour is the beginner's jam. And he releases the set list in advance so you can practice it. No more than 3 chords, easy stuff. And then afterwards, it turns into an open jam of all skill levels. And what a great thing to have. They've got great food, great beer. Come check it out. Tuesday nights, Barrel House Ballroom, Chattanooga. 6:30 to 9 every Tuesday, at least for now. That's about it, really. I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. If you have any mortgage questions, don't hesitate to reach out. We're going to shut things down with a quick message from my sponsor. Go back and check out all the episodes. And really excited for season 4. It's coming up, and we're going to make it count. It's going to be special. Hang around for just a minute longer and hear my wonderful commercial, which is kind of catchy. If you need a mortgage, though, give me a call. Let's talk. Be honored to help my listeners. So, thanks again for tuning in to T. Shaw's Progressive Bluegrass, and hopefully we get season 4 rocking and rolling as early as November, but definitely going to be moving forward before SPIGMA coming up, Society of Preservation Bluegrass Musicians of America. I believe I had that right. It's coming up in January, so we'll definitely have season 4 moving before that, and then we pick up where we left off. Thanks again for listening to T. Shaw's Progressive Bluegrass.
It's a big purchase, it's a big deal. Trevor Shaw knows exactly how you feel for refinance or a new home. Trevor Shaw will help you get your loan. Trevor Shaw will help you get your loan.
Hello, I'm Trevor Shaw. I'm not just a bluegrass aficionado. I'm a bluegrass aficionado that's a mortgage loan officer at Chat Mortgage in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'd be honored for the opportunity to help you get your residential mortgage loan or refinance anywhere in Tennessee, Georgia, or Colorado. From veterans using their hard-earned benefits to first-time home buyers needing down payment assistance to retirees finally getting the home they've always dreamed of. Call or text me today at 864-50-T-SHAW. That's 864-50-T-SHAW.
It's a big purchase, it's a big deal. Trevor Shaw knows exactly how you feel for refinance or a new home. Trevor Shaw will help you get your loan. Trevor Shaw will help you get your loan.
Chat Mortgage is powered by Alameda Mortgage Corporation, NMLS number 271603. Chat Mortgage is located at 6650 East Brainerd Road, Suite 208 in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Phone number 423-591-9801. Trevor Shaw, NMLS number 92938.